Alright, let's talk about Afghanistan. You hear Afghanistan and probably picture danger, dusty news clips, and endless conflict. But what if I told you the Afghanistan you see on TV is like judging America by only watching cops and keeping up with the Kardashians? The media's focus on conflict has hidden the real country. So let's do an unboxing of Afghanistan itself. We'll peel back the headlines and see the landscapes, food, people, and culture. This isn't a political deep dive, it's a travel guide to the world's most misunderstood destination. Think of me as your slightly reckless tour guide, ready to show you the Afghanistan that never makes the news. Forget the scary packaging, let's see what's really inside. This is Afghanistan, the director's cut. Let's start with the scenery. Afghanistan's landscape is pure, untamed drama. It's a place where the earth seems to rise up and touch the sky, where every horizon is a jagged silhouette of ancient stone. Here, nature has sculpted a masterpiece over millions of years, and the result is nothing short of breathtaking. The Hindu Kush Mountains aren't just impressive, they're epic, jagged, and snow-capped, making the Rockies look like gentle hills. These peaks are the backbone of the country, towering over everything, their summits often lost in swirling clouds and golden light. They're a reminder of how small we are in the face of nature's grandeur. These peaks stretch across the country, creating valleys so remote some villages are untouched by modern trends. Life here moves at its own pace, shaped by the seasons and the mountains themselves. In these hidden corners, ancient traditions still thrive, and the sense of isolation is both humbling and awe-inspiring. No ski resorts, no tourist traps, just raw, breathtaking beauty. The wilderness here is pristine, unspoiled by crowds or commercialization. It's a rare thing in today's world to find landscapes that feel truly wild, where you can walk for hours and see nothing but nature in its purest form. Point a camera anywhere and you've got a National Geographic cover. Every angle, every vista is a photographer's dream. The light changes by the minute, painting the mountains in shades of gold, pink, and deep blue. It's a place where even amateur photographers can capture something extraordinary. Imagine driving through sun-baked valleys, then winding up sheer mountain passes. The roads twist and turn, revealing new panoramas at every bend. Sometimes you'll find yourself completely alone, with only the sound of the wind and the distant call of an eagle for company. The air is crisp, the colors vivid, turquoise lakes, green terraces, and endless shades of rock. Wildflowers bloom in the high meadows and the rocks themselves seem to glow in the sunlight. It's a living canvas, constantly shifting with the weather and the seasons. And the best part? No crowds. You can wander for miles without seeing another soul, feeling like you've discovered a secret world that belongs only to you. You get this world-class scenery almost entirely to yourself. It's a rare privilege in a world where most natural wonders are overrun with tourists and selfie sticks. It's like a private viewing of Earth's greatest art. Every moment feels curated just for you, as if nature itself is putting on a show. While others fight for a spot on a crowded beach, you could be here, surrounded by majestic silence. The only soundtrack is the whisper of the wind and the distant rush of a mountain stream. Afghanistan's wild beauty is the ultimate exclusive experience. It's a place for true adventurers, for those who crave solitude and the thrill of discovery, and hardly anyone knows it. Here, you're not just a visitor, you're an explorer witnessing a side of the world that remains a mystery to most. Now let's zoom in on the Panjshir Valley. You've heard the name in the news: resistance, conflict, defiance. But reducing Panjshir to a battleground is like calling New York just a traffic jam. The real Panjshir is a ribbon of green between granite mountains, with a crystal river and villages nestled among apricot trees. Life here moves to the rhythm of seasons, not headlines. Farmers tend fields as they have for centuries. Kids play football in dusty clearings. The mountains that made Panjshir a fortress also preserved its beauty and culture. It's a sanctuary, a hidden world where time slows down. Even in places defined by conflict, life and beauty flourish. Panjshir is proof there's always more than the headlines. It's a secret garden waiting to be discovered. Let's talk about Afghan food, because you can't truly know a place until you've tasted its soul. Food here isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about sharing stories, laughter, and tradition at every table. Every meal is an invitation to experience Afghan hospitality, where strangers become friends over a spread of unforgettable flavors. Afghan kebabs aren't your average late-night takeaway. They're marinated, charcoal-grilled masterpieces crafted with care and patience. Each skewer is infused with spices and smoky aroma, the meat tender and juicy, served piping hot straight from the grill. It's a ritual, not just a recipe. The national dish, Kabuli pulao, is a showstopper. Slow-cooked lamb nestled under fragrant long-grain rice topped with caramelized carrots, plump raisins, and crunchy nuts. Each bite is a symphony of sweet, savory, and aromatic notes. A dish that tells the story of Afghanistan's rich history and love for celebration. And the bread, fresh naan, hot from a clay tandoor oven, is the foundation of every Afghan meal. Its pillowy texture and slightly smoky flavor make it irresistible, perfect for scooping up every last bit of sauce or stew. It's more than just bread, it's utensil, plate, and comfort all in one. Breaking naan together is a gesture of friendship and unity, a simple act that brings people closer. Don't forget mantu, delicate dumplings filled with spiced meat, topped with tangy yogurt and a hearty lentil sauce. Each bite is a burst of flavor, a testament to the art of Afghan home cooking and the care that goes into every dish. Afghan cuisine is a vibrant tapestry, blending Persian, Indian, and Central Asian influences into something uniquely its own. From aromatic spices to fresh herbs, every dish is a celebration of diversity and history. The street food scene here rivals any trendy city. Think sizzling kebabs, crispy balani, and sweet, sticky jalebi, all served with a side of local charm and energy. Every meal is a celebration, perfected over centuries. Whether it's a wedding feast or a simple family dinner, food is at the heart of every gathering, bringing generations together. While you debate pineapple on pizza, Kabul is feasting on dishes that have stood the test of time, each one a masterpiece in its own right. Afghan food is comfort, celebration, and soul. Your burger joint could never compete with the warmth and depth found here. It's food that nourishes both body and spirit. This is a culinary tradition worth traveling for, a journey for your senses that will leave you craving more with every bite. And it's one of Afghanistan's best-kept secrets, waiting for you to discover, savor, and remember long after the meal is over. If you visit Afghanistan, brace yourself for its most relentless force, hospitality. It's not just a custom here, it's a way of life, woven into the very fabric of Afghan identity. From the moment you step across a threshold, you're swept into a world where generosity knows no bounds and strangers are treated as honored guests. This isn't hotel politeness, it's a cultural code called melmastia, a centuries-old tradition where guests are treated like royalty regardless of their background or status. The ritual begins with tea, always served with a smile and often accompanied by sweets or nuts, a small gesture that speaks volumes about Afghan warmth. Walk through a village and you'll be invited for tea. Refusing is unthinkable. The invitation is more than a courtesy, it's a heartfelt insistence, a sign of respect and honor. Even if you're a complete stranger, you'll find doors opening and hands extended, eager to welcome you inside. What starts as tea quickly becomes a feast, with the whole family gathering around, eager to share their best dishes. You might not share a language, but laughter and kindness fill the room, bridging every gap. The meal is often served on the floor, a symbol of humility and togetherness, and you're encouraged to eat your fill. Stories abound of travelers being passed from one generous host to another, each determined to outdo the last in kindness. It's almost a friendly competition. Who can make the guest feel most at home? You might find yourself on a whirlwind tour of homes, each stop more welcoming than the last. You'll leave every home full and humbled by people who share everything, even when they have little. In Afghanistan, hospitality isn't measured by wealth, but by the willingness to give, even in the most modest of settings. The generosity you encounter here is both disarming and deeply moving. Afghan hospitality is a powerful lesson in human connection. It's about opening hearts as much as homes, forging bonds that transcend language, culture, and circumstance. The warmth you feel here lingers long after you leave. It's the untold story, a nation of hosts, not just fighters. For every headline about conflict, there are countless quiet moments of kindness, where families embrace outsiders as their own, eager to share their culture and their lives. The media shows conflict, but rarely this everyday kindness. These moments, simple, genuine, and heartfelt, are the true heartbeat of Afghanistan, hidden from the world's gaze. Resilience here isn't just survival, it's grace and generosity, even in hardship. Even when times are tough, Afghans find ways to give, to welcome, and to uplift those around them. This is the Afghanistan you never see on the news, a place where hospitality is a daily act of courage and hope, and where every guest leaves as a friend. And it shatters every stereotype, revealing a nation defined not by conflict, but by compassion, and the unbreakable spirit of its people. Think American football is tough? Meet buzkashi, Afghanistan's national sport. The goal: grab a headless goat carcass on horseback and fight off dozens of riders to score. It's chaos, horses, men, whips, and raw adrenaline. The players, called chapandas, are legendary horsemen, revered for their strength and skill. The rules? Few. The intensity? Off the charts. Horses are trained for years, becoming fearless, agile partners in this wild spectacle. Watching buzkashi is like witnessing history. Part sport, part tradition, all heart-pounding action. It's a social event, drawing crowds from miles around. More than a game, it's a celebration of courage, honor, and horsemanship. The world sees men with guns. Here you see men on horseback playing the most hardcore sport on earth. Buzkashi is Afghanistan's original extreme sport, and it's a side of the country you'll never see on the news. This is tradition, chaos, and community, Afghan style. Forget sterile malls. Real shopping happens in Afghan bazaars. Places like Chicken Street in Kabul are sensory overload. Narrow alleys, vibrant carpets, hammered copper, and the scent of spices everywhere. Every turn reveals something new: handmade goods, silk scarves, lapis jewelry. Bargaining is an art form, a friendly dance over cups of sweet tea. You're not just buying, you're connecting, sharing stories, and becoming part of a centuries-old tradition. These aren't factory goods, they're crafted with pride, often by the same families for generations. The bazaar is the heart of Afghan commerce and artistry. You leave with more than souvenirs, you leave with memories and connections. Shopping here is a journey into the soul of the country, and it's an experience you'll never forget. Here's the irony. After decades of non-stop news, most people know less about real Afghanistan than about fictional Wakanda. The media zooms in on conflict, missing the bigger picture: culture, art, daily life. We get the story of war, but not the story of families, poets, or resilience. The result? A one-dimensional caricature of a complex, beautiful nation. The news built a wall of fear, hiding the shared humanity beneath. Afghanistan is more than its worst headlines. The real story is richer, deeper, and rarely told. It's time to see the whole film, not just the scary trailer. So, after all this, are you booking a flight to Kabul? Probably not, and that's the joke. Right now, Afghanistan isn't an easy holiday spot. The risks are real. But the real tragedy is how we've been conditioned to see only danger. We can't imagine hiking the Hindu Kush or bargaining in a Kabul bazaar. Our maps are drawn by fear, not curiosity. While we chase the same tired vacations, we miss a world of beauty, history, and connection. The greatest hidden gem isn't a place. It's the realization that every country is more than its headlines. We're missing the whole story, one news report at a time. Maybe one day, the world will be ready to see it. Until then, the mountains will wait.